The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 feels like the holy grail of foldable phones. It's super thin and light, so it feels like a regular phone in your pocket. And yet, the new Fold packs a bigger 8-inch display when opened. Samsung also upgraded the camera system, including a 200 megapixel main shooter and an ultra-wide camera that takes much better macros. And having Gemini Live always at the ready is a game changer. The $2000 price is super expensive and Samsung ditched the S Pen, but overall, this is the best foldable money can't buy. It's pretty rare that I am so excited by a foldable phone that I am tempted to buy it. This is one of those times. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is not yet another iterative upgrade. It is a huge leap forward in terms of design. It's so thin and light. I was shocked every time I picked it up for the first week of using the phone. You are no longer being penalized for wanting a phone and tablet in one device. In fact, the Fold 7 is lighter than both the iPhone 16 Pro Max and Galaxy S25 Ultra and also thinner than both of those phones when open. That's pretty freaking amazing for a foldable with a enormous 8-inch display on the inside, a 6.5-inch screen on the outside, and a powerful new 200 megapixel camera. At the same time, Samsung is charging a staggering $2000 for the Galaxy Z Fold 7, which is the second price hike on this model in 2 years. And the phone maker made some sacrifices to get he fold this thin. Bye bye S Pen. Now that I have been living with the Galaxy Z Fold 7, here is my reasons to buy and skip in my full review, and how it stacks up to other flagships like the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Who is this for? Power users looking for a tablet and phone in one device without the usual foldable phone penalty of heft and bulk. What does it cost? The Galaxy Z Fold 7 starts at $1,999 US. That's a $100 price hike over the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in the US. What do I like? The amazingly thin and light design, the larger displays, more advanced 200 megapixel camera, and the seamless integration of Gemini Live AI. What do I not like? Other than the sticker shock of that price, the unsightly punch hole camera on the main display, and the just okay battery life, some may miss the S Pen. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 starts at $1,999 US for 256 GB of storage and 12 GB of RAM. No, that's not a typo. That's $100 more than the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the most expensive phone you can buy in the US. The Fold 7 is more affordable in the UK and Australia, with prices starting at £1,799 and $2,899 Australian dollar. Opting for the 512 GB model will run you $2,199 US. Want to try 1 terabyte? You are looking at $2,419 US, but at least that includes a bump in RAM to 16 GB. Let's get something out of the way. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 may not be the thinnest and lightest puka-style foldable in the world, but it is such a huge improvement over the Galaxy Z Fold 6 that it feels like a totally new device. Measuring 8.9mm thick, folded and 4.2mm unfolded, the Z Fold 7 is 26% thinner than the Z Fold 6, and when I hold them side by side, the contrast is dramatic. Seriously, it's the difference between wanting to carry this phone in my front or back pocket and using a coat pocket or my bag. For those scoring at home, the Honor Magic B5 is reportedly 8.8mm thin when closed and 4.1mm when open, but that's not a phone that's available for sale in the US. Samsung says it's made the Fold 7 more durable too, thanks to a new Armor flex hinge that more evenly distributes stress, an advanced Armor aluminum in the frame and hinge that increases strength, and a main display that's thinner but stronger. During my time with the Galaxy Z Fold 7, it felt pretty durable despite being so thin, and I like how the hinge barely protrudes when closed. But note that this foldable is just IP48 rated once more, meaning it's water resistant but not dust resistant. I won't be taking the Fold to the beach. I do have some nitpicks with the design. The first is the camera for the inner display. Samsung moved from an invisible under display camera to a punch hole. It's an eyesore. I also wish the camera bump wasn't so thick. As a result, the phone wobbles when you use it on a table. One more thing, I like the Z Fold 7 could be slightly easier to open. It's so thin, you have to dig your nails in there. How about colors? If you want to stand out, get the bold blue shadow option. I love it. If you don't like fun, get the jet black or silver shadow option. There's also an exclusive mint color on Samsung.com. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 gets 3 major display upgrades versus the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Both the cover and main displays are now larger, and the crease on the unfolded main display is definitely less noticeable. Starting with the inside, the Galaxy Z Fold 7's main display has grown from 7.6 inches to 8 inches, which is pretty big jump. I appreciated the extra real estate when watching the Superman trailer on YouTube, but especially when working on spreadsheets in Google Sheets. You can see a lot more info without scrolling. And it's nice being able to see several open tabs at once when surfing the web in Chrome. The other plus is that Samsung has worked hard to minimize the main display's crease. It is still there, but it is much less noticeable. I put the Z Fold 7 and Z Fold 6 side by side, and the line running down the middle of the screen is a lot more subtle from various angles. So one of the biggest complaints about foldable phones is almost no more. I will say though that the Galaxy Z Fold 6's panel looked a bit richer side by side next to the Z Fold 7 with slightly wider viewing angles. Meanwhile, the Z Fold 7's cover display is now 6.5 inch, up from 6.3 inches on the Fold 6. It's wider too, so I found typing more comfortable. It's certainly not as wide as the S25 Ultra's 6.9-inch panel, but I had no problem checking emails, responding to Slack messages, and changing tracks on Spotify and so on. In our labs, the Z Fold 7's main display delivered a peak brightness of 2310 nits when displaying HDR content compared to 2317 nits for the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So they are comparable. The Galaxy S25 Ultra by comparison reached 1860 nits in the same test. The Z Fold 7's main display also registered 96% of the DCI-P3 color space in natural mode and 105.2% in vivid mode. That's better than the Z Fold 6, and the S25 Ultra was slightly better in vivid mode and slightly worse in natural mode. The large camera lamp on the back holds the 200 megapixel main, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and 10 megapixel 3x telephoto cameras. The Fold 7 also has two 10 megapixel selfie cameras, one in each screen. The main 200 megapixel camera is the best of the bunch, matching that from the S25H. It is a top drawer camera capable of capturing great images across a range of lighting conditions, and it is a significant upgrade on previous generation phones. The 12 megapixel ultra wide camera is solid and capable of taking some very good close-up macro photos, which is always fun. The 3x telephoto camera is equally good, producing great portraits, but it gets a bit soft and grainy indoors and can't match the 5x zooms on top slab phones. The selfie cameras are a similar story, with great detail in good light that quickly becomes a bit grainy indoors. You can shoot selfies with the main camera using the outside screen as a viewfinder when the phone is open, which produces much better results. The camera app has plenty of modes, is straightforward to use, and shoots equally solid video. Overall, the Fold 7 has a great camera system that is not a significant downgrade on flagship slab phones, which is thoroughly impressive. Here are some camera samples of the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. Samsung has done it. They have won over a foldable phone skeptic with a design that just feels right. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is a trump of engineering, packing larger displays in a design that's so thin and light you forget that you are carrying a foldable around. You get two vibrant screens in one device, awesome multitasking power, and a flagship-grade camera system. And the AI features really shine on this bigger canvas, especially Gemini live screen sharing. So what's the problem? The $2000 price is super steep, and I wish Samsung found a way to pack in a larger battery. I personally can live without the S Pen, though creatively inclined users may be peeved, and I really don't mind the punch hole camera. The megapixel upgrade makes up for it. I think the Galaxy S25 Ultra is better option if you want longer battery life, even better cameras, and S Pen support for 100/. But if you are even thinking about splurging for a foldable, you will be more than happy with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's the best foldable phone you can buy in the US and maybe the world. It finally feels like the future we were promised is here.